Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Yuzril. The game is Elder Scrolls Online, and the new High Isle pack has released. We have a new mini game. Definitely not Gwent. Absolutely not Gwent at all. And we are saying farewell to Vardenfell and Vivec City for the time being. I like this place. All of the crafting quest givers, banks, and stations are all in the same line. Hopefully, Bethesda have copied this open layout for the new hub city. Speaking of which, we need to get there. So, as usual for new stuff, pop your collections menu. High Isle will be available, and you can pick up the quest to send you to Gonfalon Bay and seek out Arabelle Davos. So, of knights and knaves. And we had better just bimble down to a way shrine. Hopefully they sent us a fast travel. Interestingly, put those away. There's no need to stab some just yet. Looks like, yeah, they actually sent a boat over to start with. Where is that? Yeah, it's not that far down the road. We'll take the boat instead of the way shrine. Might as well play this by tradition for once. Hopefully we don't need to fill in a sentence that say Deneen. No, that's entries only, isn't it? Yoink.
I don't like the way the mountain rumbles these days. Makes me glad we're about to set sail and leave all this disaster behind us.
Yep. Don't worry, it's not going to explode for another couple of thousand years. Just going to be a doozy when it does, is all. Alright. Huh. Apparently can you take me to distant shores?
We're just about ready. I was planning on sailing to Sadrith Mora next, but I don't mind taking you to an Alliance capital. Trade is always good in the capitals.
Okay, so we'll swing through Mournhold, then cut up. So it looks like it's a multiple node hop through one of the capitals if you're elsewhere. Oh well, live and learn and check the waypoints. Then realise that it might actually have been easier just to caravan from the entrance. There, dudes. Horse. I mean, I probably do sound horse, but I actually want a horse, not because I'm horse. Although I suppose you could have a horse if you ask the horse to bray a bit too often. Through there.
Did you get it? Did your invitation arrive?
Take a left up here, through the Mournhold Crafting Plaza. And... a cart. Bit more basic, but it'll do. Wouldn't be the first time I've taken the slow road somewhere. So, welcome to the Sistra Archipelago and High Isle. Pointed spires, flying buttresses, round arches. Yes, we're in Breton territory, alright. Okay, let's go find Lady Davos and go from there. Not too bad so far. There's the Crafters Zone. Seeking new members. What's this? Do you play Tales of Tribute? Gwent. Wow, that's quite the statue. I'm sure the differently coloured sextant won't turn out to be plot significant. Right, tap the way shrine.
What is it?
Oh, boo. At some point I might have to render a Thieves Guild salute to the man. I've got multiple quests, and the way shrine is elevated up. And is therefore... Oh, no, it's not that bad to get to. Cracked Away Shrine. Armor. More quests. Working Gonfalon Bay. Are you good with a blade or bow? Mysterious Real. Okay, so that is the regular dungeon and Dubree's Danger for Money. Breadcrumb quest, basically. Yoink. Hey. No harm in picking it up. And here we are.
Watching for your cargo, Lady Arabelle. They know it's precious.
There was a storm off the coast. Perhaps it delayed the ships.
Forgive me if I do the job you hired me for, Lord Baccaro. Ah, a familiar face. I could use your help, adventurer.
Of course, Lady Arabelle DeVoe, and one of our principal contacts for this expansion. And as it turns out, something of a badass.
So good to see you again, my dear. Remember that little predicament we dealt with not too long ago?
Yep.
Well, now I have a related but larger problem, so let me tell you about my proposition. It pays exceedingly well, I assure you.
You have my curiosity, but now you have my attention. Yes, Dale, I've picked up some sort of throat bug from somewhere, so large pack of strepsils and we'll see where it goes. Hopefully in irrelevance. So, what sort of proposition do you have in mind? I'm assuming it's connected to that bunch of insurrectionists we gleefully shanked in the prologue.
Oh, nothing tawdry, my dear. We'll be too busy for romantic shenanigans before long, I expect. Some precious cargo was supposed to sail in on the morning tide, but it never arrived. I need someone not known around the island to be my eyes and ears.
Aha. Snoop. Okay, I can do that.
While tales of my exploits credit me with all sorts of talents, I can't be in more than one place at a time. I could use a fresh face to mingle with the locals, determine if anyone knows anything about my 3 missing ships and their cargo.
Okay, works for me.
Lord Baccaro's conference can't proceed without that cargo. Here's what I need you to do. Check the inn, the lighthouse, and the Lockabane Shallows. See if anyone knows or saw anything. Then meet me outside the North Gate to compare notes.
Okay, easily done. Right, talk to Lord Baccaro and the Dockmaster.
I'm a dockmaster, not a bloody mage.
Wow.
What does the lady expect me to do if her ships never made it to the docks in the first place?
Okay, and 3 missing ships, that's kind of bad for business.
Should I be? Lady Arabelle suspects some sort of foul play, but not on my docks. Not a chance. Gonfalon Bay is safe. Everyone knows that. Trouble comes from the mainland, not from here. Of course, the waters to the northeast can be treacherous.
Go on.
The closer you get to Amanos, the more unpredictable the currents become. And storms constantly barrage the coast, not to mention sea elf pirates. A good captain knows these things. None of that would keep Lady Arabelle's ships from reaching port.
Okay, so, well, I haven't spoken to him yet, but apparently Lord Baccaro will mention a rather powerful storm.
Like I said, storms close to Amanos aren't that unusual. I doubt the ships we're waiting for would have sailed that far north. Just in case, I sent people to look for signs of wreckage in the shallows. I really don't expect them to find any, though.
They're dead. They're all dead. We're going to get to the shallows and we're going to find corpses. Calling it now.
Ah, a visitor. Or another one of Lady Arabelle's associates.
Yes and yes.
Welcome to our island.
Thank you.
Baccaro Valorous, founder of the Society of the Steadfast, at your service. I hope you find your visit to High Isle restful and profitable.
Those two don't go together, and I don't really do restful. It's probably a good thing you have no idea who I am.
Yes, a sudden squall of unusual intensity. It died out just as quickly as it arose. I noticed it off to the northeast. Dark clouds filled that part of the horizon. Perhaps our ships were delayed by the shifting winds, or decided to wait out the storm.
Or perhaps some mage dropped the storm right on top of them and wrecked them.
I'm afraid that's privileged information.
Yes,
Suffice
yes,
it.
yes. 3 ships, 3 factions. They're your delegates from the summit, aren't they? Alright. Oh, wait, no, we still don't have the optional...
Ah, a visitor. Yes, a sudden squall. I'm afraid... Of course I do. But I learned long ago to have patience when it comes to such matters. Not every setback is a conspiracy, and not every delay is the act of a Daedric cult. Though, if you do learn anything of imminent concern, please let us know.
You know perfectly well that where we and the Lady Arabella are involved, it usually is a conspiracy, and for the last couple of years it usually has been a Daedric cult. Although in fairness, I think Bethesda have said that they're trying to stay away from the whole Daedra attempting to take over the world plot angle this time around. So it's just your regular shenanigans. Alright, check the inn, the shallows, and the lighthouse. Well, might as well start with the inn. If nothing else, that's usually where the work's to be found. And, you know, the beer. Ancient Anchor, eh?
I hear these knights are robbing people and looting caravans. Someone ought to do something.
Really? And who would that be?
Hail, friend. Have you heard about the band of robber knights that waylaid travelers on the road to Gonfalon Bay?
I have now.
I came to High Isle to trade, but getting goods from the interior has become a roll of the dice.
Maybe not, Dale. Maybe not.
A rogue band that calls itself the Ascendant Order. I thought they were only active on the mainland, but they're here on High Isle. Rabble-rousers and troublemakers, if you ask me. And now I hear they're looting caravans outside the city walls.
Catching.
Not specifically, but I saw some fancy-pants nobles giving the dockmaster grief. Missing ships could mean anything. Storms, pirates, poor winds, worthless navigators. Try
Cults,
Sergeant
conspiracies,
Dean over there. He's with the
treachery,
Sisters
murder,
Guards a lot.
rice pudding. Frequently the rice pudding. Alright, Sergeant Dane. Drinking on duty, Sergeant?
I'm off duty, newcomer. Got a complaint? Take it to one of the other guards.
Okay, fair enough.
We police High Isle. Ships that haven't arrived yet aren't our problem.
Fair enough.
Besides, we've got our hands full with these so-called Ascendant Order Knights. They're stirring up trouble all across the island.
Okay, what do you know about them?
Just that they're little more than well-armed bandits. They've been recruiting the poor to bolster their numbers. Now they're robbing caravans while claiming they fight for justice. Honest folk don't hide their faces behind helmets and masks.
You say that, but, Actually, I'm a member of the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild. I don't get to talk, do I?
They're malcontents. They go on about how the high and mighty misuse their power by squabbling over the Ruby Throne. It started out small enough. Defying authority, inciting riots, petty sabotage. But now they're hurting people.
Inciting riots is small stuff around here. What's the big stuff?
Something else, newcomer? I'd like to get back to my drink.
Well, just one more.
Ordinary bandits, the Sisters Guard can handle. But when we send enough guards to meet a company of Ascendant Order ravagers, these faceless knights just melt away. And if we don't send enough guards, then our guards don't come back.
No, they're not stupid, unlike ordinary bandits.
Might as well be. Most knights proudly display their emblems. They wear the colors of their house and paint family crests on their shields. These Ascendant Order knights never remove their helms and bear no devices. They could be anybody.
And this is the problem when you're wearing full-face helms and plate harness, which is exactly why we have heraldry in the first place. Okay, let's move on. So, the Ascendant Order's causing trouble. Yeah, might as well check out the lighthouse next, then swing down to the shallows. I suspect the shallows are where we're going to find wreckers and, you know, the remains of the patrol. It really is kind of pretty, isn't it? Right, where is the lighthouse? The fact that I've got to ask where the lighthouse is rather suggests that something has gone wrong with said lighthouse. Also, there's a sky shard on my Oh, that's a nice, easy one to find, isn't it? 1/3 of a skill point. Come to me. Come to me, come to me, come to me. Yay! Right, there we go. And just carry on along the bridge, I think. Bridge is still under construction. Oh, raisable drawbridge as well. Oh, I lie, it's not under construction. That's designed to be moved. That's why they've still got winches and a relatively lightweight setup in place. And there's wreckage down here. Oh, excuse me. Oh, some enchanter dropped this stuff. Why is there a... Ladies and gentlemen, meet the level 10 mud crab. Filthy creatures. Okay. And... Right. Looks like we're heading along the coast. And we're actually going to end up investigating the shallows first, and the lighthouses to the south. Okay, shallows and wreckers it is then. Oh. Hey! How's the, dubiously legal salvage trade going on?
You don't look like a salvager. Come to join up with those so-called knights who've been hanging around, did you? Pah! I'd rather go hungry than swear myself to the likes of them.
You look like you are succeeding in your goal. Congratulations.
Haven't seen anything sail by in the lock recently, and no new wreckage washed up today.
Okay.
But I've been keeping my head down. Those robber knights have been chasing off salvagers who won't promise to help them.
Right, so they're getting their claws into the salvage market.
They were recruiting, or at least offering the chance to earn a reward. They wanted people ready to haul in whatever came ashore. Several salvagers went with them. I wouldn't, though. What I find is mine.
And that probably saved your life. So where did they go?
To a cave just down the beach. But I'd avoid it if I were you. Old Charbel nearly lost his head snooping around there.
Really?
I don't know if they found what they were looking for, but I think they left a few nights behind to watch the shallows.
I think we've just found where the wreckage from these 3 ships was driven ashore. Alright, let's go have a look at this cave. And, you know, maybe get the stabby on. Maybe. You appear to be having some crab problems, sir. Permit me to relieve you of them. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Well done, my fellow crabs. You are still filthy creatures, but at least evolution has done its job properly. Cave? Cave. This does not look promising. Yikes, what happened here? Hey, somebody had a little accident. Reachman? In southwest Tamriel? He's a fair way from home, isn't he? Odd. Let's keep snooping. This cave's got to be around here somewhere.
What is the point of this?
Maybe. Perhaps. Or maybe I just can't see what's in front of my face. Hi, are you... Oh, fine. You could have been discreet, but... Never mind. Ah, looks like she found the other entrance. Right. Coffee! Yay! Civilized people. And we have Knight on Recce's orders. Several ships damaged on the approach time. Ah, we're supposed to capture any survivors, muster all reliable recruits. Yeah. Okay, so they were deliberately wrecking the 3 ships and then driving everything on board. Obviously, we can't leave arms and armour in the hands of such people. Or, for that matter, their vegetables either. Or their water. It's important to be thorough about such things. Aha, and that's the symbol of the Ascendant Order. Well, good to know. Let's have a quick look at the rest of this. Nothing lootable there. Pity. I suppose it's extra XP. But the fact remains it's still more fun just to tiptoe up behind and... yoink! Even if it only gets you 1/4 of the XP. It's just so satisfying. Okay, so we know they were planning to wreck the 3 ships. We know the ships never made it into harbour. And we know that there was some sort of magical storm that did the damage. So when we check with the lighthouse, we're probably going to find the evidence of the 3 ships going ashore. I would like to point out that I was right about there being bodies at the shallows, even if I did have to make them myself. Right, okay, so rubidite again on the crafting side. And looks like... looks like the Undaunted are in town. Fair enough. The usual suspects have set up shop. We'll check the crafting plaza later. And I actually need to head out of town. Yoink. Take a left. And away we go. Oh, the Ascendants are here. I suspect foul play at the lighthouse. Hey everyone. Shouldn't there be a fire here? You're having a very bad day on the job, aren't you, Menuat?
Oh, a traveler. I thought those vile knights had returned. Forgive me. I must continue praying for the return of our idol. Without it, this tower's light will remain dark.
What happened?
This lighthouse is special. It's blessed by Kinnereth, the god of winds and sea. No fire serves as a beacon for nearby ships, but the divine light of Kinnereth herself.
Must save on
Without
fuel.
the sacred idol, the light cannot shine. Alas, the idol was stolen.
Really? Who swiped it?
Knights in unmarked livery broke in and stole the Kinnereth idol. I watched the scoundrels flee to the west with the sacred edifice. Perhaps, dare I ask, would you be willing to recover the idol for the lighthouse so I may restore the beacon?
Sounds like a plan.
They may wear the garb of knights, but the ruffians who assaulted me carry themselves like robbers and outlaws.
What's the difference?
Whoever they are, they're dangerous. Be wary of them, and may the wind guide you. Bless you, traveler. Please understand, to my order, this is more than just a lighthouse. This beacon spreads Kinnereth's blessing across both land and sea, but only with the idol in place, so it must be returned.
Cool. Let us go and retrieve the sacred light bulb. Obviously, loot the place dry along the way. Well, I do have the occasional extra planar gribbly round here.
Isn't the best defense always a good attack?
Tippy toes, tippy toes, tippy toes, shank! Tippy toes, tippy toes, tippy toes. Okay, a little bit more standard there. And one sacred light bulb. Move the Kinnereth idol. Right. One sacred light bulb retrieved. A few vagabonds slaughtered. And, you know, steal their apples as well. Oh, and their carrots. And there. Oh, somebody else stole the cabbages. Boo! Ah, danger noodle. Quiet little danger noodle. Oop. And away we go. Yes, well, it was more not wanting to kill the danger noodle. It wasn't bothering me, so I wasn't going to
You
bother
return,
it.
and with the idol, place it here, and I shall call forth its light.
Okay.
Mother Kinnereth, this traveler has set right the desecration of this holy place. Return to us your blessing, and let your light shine over the land and sea.
Okay, I'll admit that is more efficient than 240 volts AC.
I cannot thank you enough. With the idol returned and the light restored, we can ensure the safe passage of many a weary traveler. Is there any way a priest of humble means could repay you? A blessing, perhaps?
In other words, you've got no money. Right. 3 ships. Never arrived. Did you see anything from up here?
Shortly after the lighthouse was pillaged, I spied 3 ships on the horizon. Then suddenly, the clouds darkened, and a terrible storm began to blow in. I lost sight of the ships after that. Perhaps they were simply blown off course?
Oh, you poor, naive fool.
Aminos is notorious for its storms, but Kinnereth generally blesses High Isle with fair weather. I wonder, The way the storm swept in seemed unnatural, and it happened so soon after Kinnereth's idol was removed.
Yep. So, the Ascendant Order yoinks the idol, disables Kinnereth's protection, calls in the storm, wrecks the ships, the salvagers steal the cargo. We have a problem.
The idol has little value outside the lighthouse. Its light does not shine in any other location. My order believes Kinnereth's light blesses High Isle. Why steal the idol unless the knights meant to revoke her protection? A troubling thought indeed.
Maybe nowhere else does Kinnereth Co. electricity for all your lighting needs. Alright, back to Arabelle. Pretty clear that the ships have gone aground and there's foul play afoot. Mind you, if it was just a simple accident, they wouldn't be calling us in, would they? That would be far too mundane. Okay, let's get back to town. I could just use a way shrine, but honestly it's easier. Probably better to start learning the layout of the docks. He says getting thoroughly lost and nowhere near anywhere useful on the docks. Okay, so that just brings you back in through town and then you go through the door. Almost simple. Almost. I dare say I'll get used to it. And yes. Of course, Arabelle didn't want us back in town. She wanted us to rendezvous north of town, didn't she? Terrific. This is why you pay attention to the mission briefing. All the mission briefing. You do not doze off after the bit where she tells you who to stab. Back through the multiplayer bit. I need to get into that side of things on this. And up we go. Ah, tea. Really quite eminently civilized, isn't she?
Good. You found my field office. I thought I'd keep an eye on the lock while awaiting your report. My own investigations have turned up little about our missing ships. Tell me, did you uncover anything useful? Did the lighthouse keepers spot them?
Yes, and unfortunately, yes.
Darken the beacon? The locals revere that light. Who would dare offend Kinnereth in such a way? Something is indeed wrong here. At least our missing ships reached these waters, but this storm worries me. Tell me more about the rogue knights.
It's our old, well, new friends in the Ascendant Order.
The Ascendant Order? Oh, of course. I thought the rumors about rogue knights troubling folk outside of town had a familiar ring. But I'd hoped we'd seen the last of the Order at Sword's Rest.
Nope.
Tell me, did you learn anything at the Shallows?
Guess who's been on a hiring drive?
It seems the Ascendant Order knew the ships would be wrecked, and they helped make sure by extinguishing the lighthouse beacon. They knew my cargo was coming to High Isle. This means the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild delegates are in danger too.
It also means that you have a leak. Your cargo was the other delegates, wasn't it?
Ah, you caught that, did you? My missing cargo is more delegates for the conference. Perhaps the most important ones. But I need you to check on the guild delegates right now. They went to visit a druid named Ravana. Her hut lies to the west.
Okay, and what's she got to do with this?
Her name is Ravana. She's something of a local apothecary. She uses her skill with herbs and healing to help the folk of High Isle. With the conference delayed, Valencia was curious about druidic magic, so off she went. Quentin decided to tag along.
Good old-fashioned Mage Guild curiosity. Well, as commendable as that is, that's probably got her into trouble. Alright, to the druid's hut. I know where that is because my character is psychic. And because this game does not intend to ever have a repeat of Mankrit's wife. May she rest in peace. Oh. Okay. Hi, we just rode straight over your cabbage. Oh. I hope she's not going to be mad that 4 cavalry just rode straight over her cabbage field. Hi.
Greetings, traveler. Is there something I can do for you? Do you need a poultice or perhaps an herbal tea?
We actually need your guests.
Ah, yes. The curious mage and the stern warrior. They stopped by. When I mentioned that rogue knights had been making the countryside dangerous, they decided to investigate.
Because, of course, they did.
I told them where I'd last seen the knights, and they set out at once.
Great. Where?
A clearing to the southwest. I'll mark the spot on your map.
Thank you. Goodbye. Now let's go and get these two before they do something stupidly heroic. Or heroically stupid. There's not much of a difference, really. Of course, the power level those two work on. I mean, one's guild mage, so the other's a guild general, so they both tend to have a degree of arse-kicking ability.
Over here. I could use some help.
A degree of arse-kicking ability. Where's the other one?
Oh, my friend. How glad I am to see you again. This island is far more dangerous than I expected, especially after what just happened.
Really? Let me guess, you got in over your head.
Guild General Quentin accompanied me to visit Druid Ravana. When she told us about rogue knights in the area, Quentin was eager to investigate. It was the Ascendant Order. They overpowered Quentin and knocked me senseless. They captured Quentin.
You got over your head.
I don't think so. The Ascendant Order was definitely trying to take us alive. That's the only reason I had the opportunity to throw up a shroud spell and avoid being captured myself. Did you come out here to find us?
Yes, and I'm sure the Ascendant Order was so grateful that you made their job easy for them.
And Ravana told you where to find us. Good. Now, we must rescue Quentin. I may have a way to find where the Ascendant Order took him, but we should get to safety first. Meet me back at Druid Ravana's hut.
Right. Did they follow you, or did you follow them?
No. We came upon them just as they were finishing an attack on a caravan. But I assume they recognized us or decided our station warranted capture rather than elimination.
No, they're not dumb then.
But you came with a warning, didn't you? What did you find out?
The Ascendant Order's trying to trash the conference. Possibly the delegates wandering off is not the best move in future.
Wrecked the ships? How in oblivion could they coordinate such a thing? Clearly, the Ascendant Order is aware of the plans for Lord Baccaro's conference.
Yes.
They're here in force and causing more trouble than we anticipated.
And they used magical booby traps to get your predecessor. Did they... Any idea why they're changing their plans now?
If they recognized us as delegates, there's all sorts of ways they could hold that over the conference. If they just assume we're rich nobles, ransom is always an option. But who can really say what those helmeted bastards are thinking?
Well, they can, and I'm sure we'll find out at some point.
I've remained at Lady Arabelle's side since we delivered the invitation medallions to the delegates. I hope to help make sure their journey to High Isle proceeded smoothly. It seems the Ascendant Order is not so easily avoided.
Especially when you wander off.
I came to talk to Ravana about arcane and related topics, and Quentin...
Okay. Well, at least she's got a decent shroud spell. Right, back to the hut. Then figure out where Quentin went. You know, while we're here... It's recreational stabby time! Stab, stab, stab for XP and loot. Death, mayhem, and chaos. Good, good. They're all completely myopic, as usual. Ah. Stabby, 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 stab. And then a bit of perfectly legitimate mining. Right. I think we got them all. No loot, which is a bit of a pity, but hey. Ah! Some loot. Ah! Boo! Alright, let's get back. Also note to self, pick up some side quests while I'm here. Let's go back to the Druid Ravana.
I understand, Valencia. Do what you must to find your friend.
And then don't lose him again.
I owe you a debt of gratitude for coming to my aid. It seems once again that Lady Arabelle chose well. Now to see if I can find Guild General Quentin, and by extension, the rogue knights who carried him away.
He's still carrying that medallion, isn't he? Tracking spell?
Do you recall the invitation medallions I enchanted?
Yeah, tracking spell.
Each delegate carries one, so I can trace my own magic to locate Quentin. Now let me see. They moved northeast, across the loch. I see an abandoned chapel. Crypts. No question. Quentin is there.
Why is it the evil cultists always end up in crypts?
Lady Arabelle asked me to try as soon as we realized the ships were late. I wasn't able to make a connection with those medallions. Maybe they were too far away, or some other magic interfered with my scrying, but I wasn't able to detect anything.
Alright, so the Ascendant Magus isn't a complete novice then.
No, we need to return to Lady Arabelle and share this information. Then we can mount a rescue for Guild General Quentin.
You know I'm going
meet you
to
at
end
Lady
up
Arabelle's
doing
little
it
pavilion,
myself.
What she calls her field office, I believe.
Okay. We're heading back to Lady Arabelle. Frankly, at this point, I should probably just save some time, barge in there and go and get him, but, let's be polite. Let's also abuse the regenerating horse apples. Go, 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 go.
That sounds like a Bane chapel, but only one medallion is there.
Meaning they've got the other delegates somewhere else. Ah, sorry. Sorry, I was expecting you to be... Who's... Ah. Nev... T? I am detecting disapproval.
Valencia apprised me of the situation. I believe I know the place where she thinks they're holding Quentin. It must be the crypts below a Bane chapel on the northern shore of the loch. Will you accompany us on this rescue mission, my dear?
Accompany you? I think I'm going to be doing most of it.
Smashing. This will be like that time I pulled General Gautier out of a Recce stronghold during the border raids of 566. Now that was an adventure.
Aha!
Anyway, it's too bad Valencia couldn't scry the locations of the other missing delegates.
Which means that they're not in the area.
I suppose you've earned the truth, and you certainly deserve my complete confidence. The 3 ships carried High King Emmerich, Queen Irene, and Prince Ernskar, son of Yoren the Skald King. I dare say I've misplaced the leaders of Tamriel.
Oops.
I warned them of the danger, and we took such elaborate precautions. Obviously, they weren't enough. If we find Quentin with the Ascendant Order, we may find our missing royals. Let's meet at the chapel north of the loch and see what awaits us.
Okay, I'll meet you
We'll
there.
rendezvous at a Bane chapel on the north side of the loch. I've already sent an operative ahead to scout the area. Be prepared to defend yourself. The Ascendant Order won't give up Guild General Quentin without a fight.
Bets on the scout being dead?
Whatever the situation, I won't abandon Quentin to his fate. Oh, that's good. Let me write that down. Besides, we have to risk it. Both to save Quentin and to see if we can learn anything about the missing Alliance leaders.
Okay. To the Urbane Chapel Crypt. Hello, bird. Goodbye, bird. I'm sure that bird's not a spy. Yoink. Interestingly, you'd think the lock would be this, or this, but no, it's actually here. Unless it's a very small lock in the centre. Well, we'll find out when we get there. Let's move. Hey, this looks like a fun place. I'm sure it isn't completely overrun with undead. You know, it might not be completely overrun with undead.
There. It's open.
Of course it's
Got any
Jakar.
more locks you need picked? How about you, Valencia?
I think not, thank you.
Now's not the time, Jakan. Let's see what awaits us down in the crypts.
Ah, Jakan. Still sore after that second floor window dive in Elsewhere?
Hey there, good looking. Lady Arabelle said she hired some muscle, but she didn't tell me it was you.
Who else was it
Anyway,
going to be?
I'm glad you're here. You know me. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But
And
I
quite
need
a
to
good
work off my
runner as
debts,
well,
so
especially
here I am.
when there are enraged husbands involved.
You know me. Every day a new adventure. Had a good thing going for a while, smuggling spices out of Hagath. Got married twice. No, wait. 3 times. The third one nearly got me hanged. But Lady Arabelle saved me from the gallows.
Aha! You know, Lady Killer isn't meant to be killed by the ladies, Jakar. Okay, Urbane Chapel Crypt. What have we got here? Beyond, you know...
I can't pinpoint the exact location of Quentin's medallion. He could be anywhere in here.
I'll scout ahead. Maybe someone should watch the door in case anyone follows us.
I'll keep watch. Be careful.
Aw, I knew you cared.
Quentin is our priority, but keep your eyes open. Who knows what the Ascendant Order left lying about?
We'd always go and ask them. Tippy toes, tippy toes, tippy toes, shank. Okay. Let's wait for this guy to turn around. Yeah, he's going to notice his buddy is now in a collapsed bloody heap on the floor. Hi! Turns out, no he didn't. Okay, sweep around the back. Yoink! Other one's going to wake up. These really are some very, very second-rate assassins. Okay, that one's got half a brain. Oh. maybe. At least he had the sense not to turn his back to the door. Alright, skulk on through. Obviously a little light tomb robbing while we're here. The Ascendant Proclamation. Take heart when you not suffer this three banners war. This must stop in one
Ascendant Order
Okay.
propaganda. Don't be taken in. They are not as benevolent as they want you to think. No sign of Quentin yet, though. We should keep going.
Good carrots, though. Hey, tippy toes, tippy toes. Smack. Okay. You know, it's nice to have a crypt that isn't completely overrun with it. Tamriel is fixing for a communist revolution. Apparently so, yes. Prisoner Manifest. Guild Journal Quentin. Oh, Zaji! Haven't seen him since elsewhere. Wonder how he ended up here. Oh, Aaron, Emmerich, and Inscar abandoned ship before the ships were captured. Right, we need to get
The
Zaji.
Ascendant Order has the captains of our missing ships. But where are the Alliance leaders?
They bailed.
First things first. Clear the path to the South Crypts, please. We must rescue the captains and hope that Quentin is with them.
You got it. Yoink. Parry, smack, smack. And various other forms of stabby until she's dead. Alright, to the South Crypts. So, the Alliance leaders got out. And, well...
Lady Arabelle.
Khalid,
Yes.
Zaji, Zuzo. Thank the Divines are all right. But where are the delegates?
Apologies, my lady. We lost our charges.
Zaji is not all right.
Not to spoil a reunion, but we're about to get company.
Jakar,
Lovely.
free the captains. Friend, keep the Ascendant Order at bay. Buy us some time.
On it. Stabby, stab, stab, stab. No, you don't. Like I said, no, you don't. Next wave. Oh, archery, really. Fine. Get the archer. Preferably before they start throwing poison around, but that was in a reference. Okay, that teleport, blind, and reverse strike's kind of a neat move. Bonk. Parry that, cut back. Stabby to finish.
Wait, got it.
Collect Valencia and get the captains to safety, Jakarn. We'll find Quentin.
The Knights took Quentin away not long ago. I think they're questioning him now.
Then we must hurry. Come, my friend.
Hey, Zaji. How's the... he looks hungover. That's actually normal for Zaji, but there you go. Alright, to the lower crypts. Back onto the sneaky. Tippy toes, tippy toes. Well, congratulations, sir. You'll never have to worry about your workload again. Parry that. Think something parry this, you filthy casual. Tippy toes, tippy toes.
Down there. It's Quentin.
And it's
Let's
Luke.
listen and try to figure out what's going on.
A new age of peace is upon us. An age of free peoples, standing together, not kneeling to distant thrones.
This is not your war, General. What say you?
The war took everything from me. I am with you. How can I help?
The Order is trying to recruit Quentin? We have to put a stop to this.
Sounds like they succeeded in recruiting Quentin, honestly. I'm sure there's some magical persuasion involved, because obviously a communist revolution could not possibly make sense after years of brutal civil war. Obviously. How could you think anything else? It would be embarrassing if we had to actually kill a member of the Fighters Guild, wouldn't it? Oh. Mind you, we've been killing off everyone else, so it's hardly a big deal. Quentin?
Each delegate carries a medallion like this one, Magus. It serves as both an invitation and a key.
Great.
Keep it. We may need your access later. Right now, I want you to kill the meddling investigator nipping at our heels.
Lady Arabelle? But she's...
No longer working alone. She's found some capable help. Deal with them.
Oh, Quentin. I guess you've made your choice.
Well, looks like we're killing the Fighters Guild delegate. Oh, there's two of them. Lovely. Alright. Tiptoe in and find Quentin. Then shank Quentin. We're going to need another Fighters Guild delegate, aren't we? That's inconvenient. Oh. They got cozy here then, they've put their banners in. Right. Hey, Quentin!
Here is your chance, Quentin. Stop these fools and strike a blow for the people.
I'm sorry, Lady Arabelle, but I have made my choice. For the Ascendant
Do what
Order!
we must. We can't allow the General to stop us.
Okay, playing around with lightning magic, are we? Bonk. Refresh debuffs. Stagger him. And finish.
I'm sorry it came to that, but well fought, my friend. Let's speak outside.
Okay. So you're... Alright, we'll just loot the body first anyway. Ah. You... Okay, random mace. Well, so much for the rescue. At least now we know just how persuasive the locals can be. Right, how is everyone?
I didn't expect Guild General Quentin to turn on us, and I certainly didn't desire his death. It seems sympathy for the Ascendant Order is more widespread than I knew. We must be cautious, particularly with whom we choose to trust going forward.
Well, it's blatantly obvious you've got a leak, isn't it?
Do I expect it? No. But that doesn't mean we should let our guard down. This venture wasn't a complete failure, though. We rescued the captains of our missing ships. We need to find out what happened at sea and what befell the Alliance leaders.
Okay, so where did the captains go?
To Mandrake Manor, my home in Gonfalon Bay. I'll mark it on your map. Jacan Valessi and I have been using my townhouse as a base of operations. I'm confident that it is as safe from the Ascended Order as any other location we might choose.
So, not safe at all then?
Oh, the name comes from a book I'm rather fond of. I bought the manor to serve as my home in retirement, and I keep a few mementos of my career there. Meet me there, my dear, and we'll see what our rescued captains have to say about all this.
Okay, to Gonfalon Bay and to Mandrake Manor. And thankfully, we might as well use the Way Shrine just to hurry things up a little. Yoink! Still not sure about the loch, mind you, but there you go. Alright, Mandrake Manor. This way.
Hungry.
They've got a very enthusiastic bell ringer up there. Ah, and there's Mandrake Manor.
Rumor is the soldiers of the Redoubt
there
are
you
going to move on to Kafka
Go inside
Drone.
and talk to Captain Colleen.
Protect them.
Find out what happened at sea. I need a moment to collect my thoughts.
Okay, works for me. And hey, we get to catch up with Zaji as well. Yay! How is our hungover kitty? Looks like he's doing pretty well for himself, actually.
Zaji is glad to see you, Walker. But there will be no reunion with the Perfect Pounce.
Aww.
She is gone. This time for good. The terrible storm was the end of her. And that is not the worst of it. Zaji has lost Queen Irene and Casca too.
Yikes. On the bright side, if Irene is with Casca, she's probably safe. Casca, for those of you who haven't played the Elsewhere expansion pack, is a Centurat, I think the term is. Think giant, angry, murderous tiger that happens to be sentient and can talk. Like I say, Irene's probably completely safe.
Zaji must admit he was sleeping in his cabin when the storm hit. He woke up when cold water climbed into bed with him.
Wow.
The next thing Zaji knows, he is being fished out of the sea by strange knights. I'm saved, Zaji thinks. Then they tied me up.
And then you weren't.
The annoying knights, yes. Zaji heard the commander talking. The Lord, they called him. He was angry the Alliance leaders did not wash ashore with Zaji. Zaji did not see the Lord's face, but he spoke like a Breton noble. Zaji could hear it.
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down around here?
Zaji lost Queen Irene, and first mate Casca too. The wind and the waves must have carried them somewhere else. The Lord and the Magus, the Order's leaders, they swore to comb every beach until they found her. And the others too, Zaji supposes.
Zaji supposes correctly. Zuzo.
I thank you for my rescue. I do not think the Ascendant Order had any more use for me. Once they realized I could not tell them what became of Prince Ernskar, they dragged me back to the cell.
Okay, what happened out there?
I remember it like the ripples in my favorite pond. A storm blew up without warning. My ship was driven onto the rocks near Aminos and broke apart. All were cast into the sea. When we reached shore, those rogue knights grabbed us.
So, fairly professional wrecking operation then. This is pretty much what we'd surmised.
I did not see what became of him. He might have been trapped in the part of the ship that was swept away. Or maybe the currents carried him to a different part of the shore. Or he might have drowned. I know that many of my crew did.
Yikes. Right. And Captain Colleen.
Funny.
First time we met, you were the one fished out of the water. Now look at us. I owe you a great debt. And I owe Dockmaster Arnauld a debt of a different kind. I visit High Isle often, and I thought he was a friend. Bah.
Wait, Arnold leaked? Oh, and for the record, she, I believe, is the captain that fishes you out at the start of the Daggerfall Covenant. Is it the Daggerfall Covenant? I think it's the Daggerfall Covenant storyline. So yes, we have met before.
An armored mage and a gang of ruffians were waiting at the shallows. They clubbed down all who made it ashore. Dockmaster Arnauld showed up, and I thought we were saved. But the mage, a Brent noble by his voice, paid him to walk away and leave.
So basically he took a bribe. Well, he wouldn't be the first, he won't be the last, and if you want me to go and explain the error of his ways to him at knife point, well, I don't do it for free, but I'm willing to give you a generous discount.
We were nearing landfall when a huge storm swept out of nowhere. I looked for the light at Gonfalon Head, but the lighthouse was dark. We were blown off course, crashed upon some rocks. I lost sight of High King Emmerich, but somehow made it to shore.
Okay, and Emmerich?
I'm not sure. I didn't see any of the royals when I waded ashore, and I was the last one from my ship to make it to the beach. The tide turned as I swam in, and no one was washed up after me. I'm afraid you won't find the High King at the shallows.
Lovely. So the royals are completely unaccounted for. Song of Pelennor. Sister's history. Caps Mornard often ignored them. House Dufort. Puzzles. Okay, so Emmerich, Fleet Mornard. Second year of 565. Ezra Shawhelm. Okay, so 566. There's essentially a civil war. The High King rolls in. Duke Avriep Mornard. However, he is dead. And the Duforts have most of the land. Wayrest installed House Dufort as ruler of the sisters. Duchess Alea Dufort's running things. Okay. So, tag House Mornard as possible suspects for the Ascendant Order then. Especially if they're doing something as petty as just grabbing these things. A Thunderbite swallow with. Yeah, it does actually. Welcome to Tamriel's children's books. Here's all the things that can kill you. This is quite the nice house, isn't it? Obviously, I'm not going to burgle it dry. Curse of Mandrake Manor. Aha. Yes, rumour is, by the way, that Lady DeVoe is the author of the investigative Vale novels. And also that... Wait, if that's the case... no, that's not a secret wardrobe. And that a good number of those books are questionably autobiographical. With all that that might imply. I'll read those later. Okay.
Over here, dear. We have much to do.
Indeed we do.
I adore this view. Isn't the Colossus a wondrous sight?
Yep.
Still, gazing upon it does nothing to quell my anxiety. Somehow the Ascendant Order learned not only about our secret peace talks, but that the Alliance leaders were going to attend.
On the bright side, they don't actually have any of the Alliance leaders yet.
And neither do we. We're not even sure they're still alive, but we must hope. Your help has been invaluable thus far, my dear, and you've earned every piece of gold in this pouch.
Thank you.
We'll find
And
the
the
Alliance
axe.
leaders and unmask the Order. We have to.
Yes, because we can't kill every single delegate just on suspicion, can we? Alright, so, wrapping up
Just
on
as
that.
the Colossus watches over Gonfalon Bay, I was supposed to keep the Alliance leaders safe. I failed in that, but at least they aren't in the Ascendant Order's hands. Not yet, anyway. What did Captain Colleen and the others have to say, dear?
Plenty, but that is a conversation for next time. I am off to rest my throat. I will see you all tomorrow as we carry on with the hunt for the Alliance leaders. And thank you one and all for watching. Until next time, farewell.